All right, so Ash versus Army of Darkness issue number 2. I actually did a review on not the first issue, but issue 0, and that's actually one of the first comic videos that I did. The series so far has been pretty entertaining. So for anyone who hasn't seen the my previous video, or anyone who hasn't read any of the series, basically it takes place after Army of Darkness. Anyone who's seen Army of Darkness, you remember the ending where Ash shoots one of the customers who becomes possessed who becomes possessed and turns into a deadite. Well, Ash ends up getting fired for causing like a huge scene, and as he's chilling at home, this woman arrives, and she is the principal for the local high school, and she informs Ash that there's a deadite problem at her school. So Ash goes undercover as a substitute teacher. And in the previous issue, he is in charge of the detention when these deadites arrive, and Ash is able to fight them off, and now the students go to confront the principal on what the hell is going on. So we start off with the janitor cleaning up the mess that Ash made in issue number 1. And as he's tossing the garbage out, basically he collects the deadite carcass and all that stuff, and as he's tossing it out, his palm gets pricked by a blade, and it falls on one of the pages of the Necronomicon, and the dumpster comes alive and eats him. So the kids from the first issue are complaining with the principal when Ash arrives and tells them that the school is infected, and the principal's like, yeah, I know. And he's like, no, there's not a deadite problem in the school. The school itself is now a deadite. We got to get the hell out of here. The school itself is a deadite, and we're like trapped, like we can't get out through the windows and all that stuff. It's actually kind of funny. This issue right here reminded me a lot of the last script that I wrote. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm actually a screenwriter. That's what my main job is. I write movie scripts for studios. I also do like rewrites and things like that. I would like to branch off into other stuff. I mean, as much as I love writing scripts for movies, I would like to, like a goal of mine one of these days is to do a comic book. Unfortunately, I can't draw for shit. And I'm at the point right now where I can't be hiring an illustrator. I just don't have that spare money. But yeah, one of my the very last script that I wrote actually has to do with kids who are trapped in the school after serving detention, and basically fight like these like zombie-like creatures, almost like deadites. So so as I was reading this issue, I was like, I wonder if these people like saw my script and decided to like adapt into an Ash versus Army of Darkness series. I'm joking, like I don't think they actually did that, but there are a lot of similarities. So yeah, it was it was kind of weird to see a issue with a story very similar to a script that I wrote. But yeah, they're making their way through the school when like the trophy cases come to life and start attacking the students. So we have like a tiny moment that's kind of like a throwback to the Army of Darkness scene where we had the tiny ashes beating the hell out of Ash. Only instead of tiny ashes, it's the little people on top of trophies and stuff like that. And they're like throwing bowling balls and causing him to trip. They're like smashing his shins with baseball bats. Like one of the track and field trophy guys is about to stab one of the students in the face. So anyways, they take care of the trophies, and then they realize that the whole school is transformed into what's that famous painting? It's by Escher. I want to call it Stairs, but it's not. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's that famous MC Escher artwork where it has like the stairs going everywhere, and then the janitor arrives as a deadite, and he knocks Ash away, and he gets separated from the group. So Ash wakes up, and he is in the science classroom, and he opens up the classroom door, and he's like looking down, and he just sees like more of the schools like all like morphed and stuff like that. So he's looking for like one specific area, and he finds it, so he jumps into it. And then back with the kids and the principal, they're getting their asses kicked by the janitor, and right before he's about to kill one of the students, his arm gets blown off. And then we see Ash with his chainsaw and boomstick, and the thing that he was looking for was his car, so he actually found his weapon stash. So he's just about to fight the janitor when the janitor gets riddled with bullets, and Ash is like, what the hell is happening? And he looks up, and the soldiers drop in from the windows, and they're the supernatural military adjacent response team. And then that's how the issue ends. So yeah, that's Ash vs. Army of Darkness, issue number 2. It was an interesting little issue. Like I said, I I felt more, I guess, I don't want to use the word connected, but I felt more intrigued by the issue itself just because of the fact that it shared a lot of similarities with the script that I wrote, like I mentioned earlier. But yeah, as for everyone else, I don't really know if it's going to be something up your alley. Like I said, to me, this is like a fun little issue. Might not be the same for you. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the series so far. It's not as great as I was expecting it to be, but it's not bad. So yeah, this is probably going to be a shorter video. I don't really got too much to say about it. I have realized that it's a lot easier to discuss a series that I hate rather than a series that I actually enjoy. But I don't want to be one of those people that like their channel is just nothing but them ragging on comics. I mean, at the same time, I don't want to be one of those people that like I love everything because I don't. But like the whole reason why I'm doing these videos is because I got back into comics. You know, I fell in love with the medium all over again, and I kind of want to just share like my thoughts and my feelings and stuff like that. And I don't want to be one of those people that like purposely goes out of their way to grab a bunch of like SJW garbage comics just so I can rant about them. Like I could easily just go and pick up some America Chavez or Wasp or Captain Marvel or some other, you know, bullshit series and then just rant on it for 20 minutes. But I don't want this to be one of those channels. I mean, I'm gonna be like honest with you guys. Like if I pick up an issue and I hate it and I feel like there's something there I can discuss, then I'll do that. But I don't want this channel to be one of those where it's just like every video is just me being super negative about everything that I'm reading. Not to knock anyone that does that. I mean, there's those channels have their place. They're good for like informing, you know, the audience what issues you should avoid, why you should avoid it, and like anyone who's like wanting to get into the comic business, why you shouldn't do what these issues are doing and what you could be doing instead, like what's wrong with an issue, but also how to fix it. So I think those kind of channels have their place, and I won't lie. I watch channels like that a lot, like all the time. It's just like that's their shtick, and I don't want that to be mine. I don't want this channel to turn into me hating on comics because that's the complete opposite. The whole reason why I got into comics is because I fell in love with it all over again. So I want to like capture that. So I want this to be more positive rather than negative. So yeah, for like anyone that's wondering like why is like all Pirate Monkey's videos positive on the issues that he's reading, and that's why it's because especially like with the cost of comics now, if I'm going to be spending $3.99 $4.99 on an issue, it better damn well be something that I'm going to enjoy. I ain't got time to be wasting money on crap. So yeah, sorry for the ramble, but I just wanted to get that out there. So yeah, Ash vs. Army of Darkness issue 2. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys, I don't know if any of you guys reading this series, any of you guys a fan of the Evil Dead series? Any of you guys watching the Ash vs. the Evil Dead? I'm kind of interested on your thoughts on it. Me personally, I enjoyed the third season, though I felt like the season finale felt kind of flat. And there's a reason for that. It's because the whole season was building up to a completely different ending. But then the showrunner, I don't know if he was fired or if he quit. And then the producer came in, did his own version of how he thought season 3 should have ended. So yeah, that's why the season 3 finale felt kind of weird. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Later.